Tonight on UMTV News, 4 Americans kidnapped and attacked in a Mexican border city on Friday. Why does Mexico now have a level 4 travel advisory? Find out tonight.
Plus, it only took the jury 3 hours to decide Alex Murda's fate. We will tell you what is ahead on the show.
And later on, the unveiling of a new street in Miami-Dade County is attracting national attention.
All these stories and a lot more on tonight's show.
It starts right now.
Hello and welcome to this edition of UMTV News. I am Gisela Arciniega.
And I'm Ember Giles. Thank you for joining us. 2 Americans are dead and 2 are back in the United States after they were kidnapped in a Mexican border city. U.S. officials and multiple media outlets say the 4 drove from North Carolina to Mexico to get cosmetic surgery. Some officials say they believe it was a cause of mistaken identity. We want to warn you, some of the video you're about to see may be disturbing. We don't know everything about this video, which shows people being loaded into the back of a white pickup at gunpoint. We don't definitively know they are the 4 Americans kidnapped Friday in the border city of Matamoros, Mexico. The FBI would not confirm its authenticity, but this video matches what the FBI says happened. The FBI says 4 Americans in a white minivan with North Carolina license plates drove into Mexico, were fired at by unidentified gunmen, crashed their van, were put into another vehicle and taken away.
I don't want to share too much about the information on how we're moving forward or even the individuals. We just want to be really mindful on that.
The FBI issued a $50,000 reward for the return of the Americans and the arrest of those involved. And Mexico's president says the whole government is working on this. He says the Americans came to Mexico to buy medicine. A U.S. official with knowledge of the investigation believes a Mexican cartel mistakenly thought the Americans were Haitian drug smugglers in an area known for its danger.
The state remains at level 4. Do not travel. We encourage Americans to heed that advice.
I haven't driven across the border in 17 years.
A U.S. lawmaker whose district sits on the border says this incident proves the U.S. needs the political will to deal with border drug dangers, while also working to get 4 Americans home safely. And back at home, the incident has left many Americans questioning whether to visit Mexico during spring break. If you have a trip planned, the State Department says travelers should stay on main highways, avoid remote locations, and exercise increased caution.
Alex Murda will spend the rest of his life in prison. Late last week, the disgraced former South Carolina attorney was found guilty of murdering his son and wife, Paul and Maggie Murda. During the nearly 6-week trial, Murda admitted to lying to investigators about where he was on the night Paul and Maggie died, and he acknowledged it was his voice in the back of a video Paul recorded moments before their deaths. Murda's defense still believes it is unlikely that Alex would murder his wife and son.
We saw holding hands. We saw a relationship between Paul and Alex that just inexplicable that he would execute his son and his wife in that fashion, in my mind.
Murda spent his first 72 hours on suicide watch, but has now been moved to isolation. The disgraced liar has yet to go to trial for the 99 separate charges stemming from his financial crimes.
A drug commonly used to treat asthma has been hard to find lately, and it's about to get even harder. Hospitals around the country say they are watching the supply of liquid albuterol. Their largest concern is the effect this will have on patients who are unable to get the medication. This shortage will also have an impact on those with respiratory issues, since the drug is commonly used to treat airway diseases.
We want to make sure that everyone is prepared and that we get ahead of this problem before it becomes disastrous for so many people.
The shortage also caused more people to check into emergency rooms because they didn't have the medicine. The FDA is looking into how the manufacturer's shutdown will impact drug supply chains around the country.
At least 13 states have introduced bills seeking to restrict drag performances. Republican legislators in Kentucky have introduced a bill that will ban drag shows within 1,000 feet of schools, parks, churches, and homes. These locations are defined as areas that cater to minors. The bill aims at adult-oriented business, which are defined as any nightclub, bar, restaurant, or other similar commercial establishment that regularly features a person who appears in a state of nudity or semi-nude.
Is guilty of engaging in an adult performance when he or she engages in an adult performance on publicly owned property or in a location where the person knows or should know that the adult performance could be viewed by a person under the age of 18.
Some members of the LGBTQ community disagree with the bill, arguing kids can be exposed to adult-oriented content at a variety of venues outside of establishments that host drag performances.
Earlier this week in Florida, 2 bills were filed by the legislature seeking to ban abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Many have called for a total ban on abortion, but these bills outlined exceptions for rape or incest if the victim can provide proof that the pregnancy occurred as a result of one of these crimes.
One street in Miami-Dade County is now named after Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. The new name was unveiled on Monday in Cutler Bay. Justice Jackson was raised in Miami. She graduated from a local high school and attended several debate tournaments that helped her grow her confidence and solidify her passion for justice.
And it was while I was studying and competing and growing up here in this community that I gained self-confidence in the face of challenges. I learned how to lean in despite obstacles, to work hard, to be resilient, to strive for excellence, and to believe in myself and what I could do if given the opportunity.
Jackson says that she hopes this new street name will serve as a testament to what is possible in this country.
It's time for a short break now, but when we return, we will take a look at one local community in Miami where businesses struggle to stay open.
Plus, we will talk about one famous rapper who came to campus to talk about his life and give advice to students. Stay with us.
Very nice. Many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly.
Lights out. Good night.
And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end.
Students finally know who all of their elected student officials will be next year. Niles Boyd from the ticket in Undeniable U won the election for student body president. Boyd's election is also historic. He will be the fourth consecutive SGA president who is black.
An international celebrity visited UM campus yesterday. Sofia Vitello was at the event and joined us now live to tell us more. Sofia, who was the superstar and what did they say?
Giselle, do you remember that song that goes, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur? That was one of my favorite hits, and that came out back in 2007, but Flo Rida is still an international star, and he was actually here on campus yesterday talking to students about his life advice, about mental health, and how he blew up and became a star himself. Some lucky students got the chance to take a picture with him, and I told him that I have apple bottom jeans and boots with the fur. Students at the University of Miami said, "Welcome to my house" to rapper Flo Rida on Monday afternoon. The international pop star made a stop at the U for a conversation about success and mental health. The event took place at the Lakeside Expo and was hosted by the College of Arts and Sciences. Flo Rida was born and raised in Miami, so helping the 305 is on his bucket list.
I love the U. I have family members that graduated from here. You know, as a kid, I used to go to the games and things like that, so I thought it's my duty to come back and share the success in the sense of the different hurdles and things that I went through in life to get to this point.
Florida's 11th Circuit Court Judge Ellen Venzer was also in attendance. She guided questions while the rapper told his story. Nearly 100 students and faculty filled the crowd, and some say his words left a mark on their hearts.
I was really grateful for Flo Rida to come today and talk about mental health, making sure that you take care of yourself, and how if you have faith, you can really achieve anything that you want.
For over an hour, the artist spoke and gave students the opportunity to ask him for advice. Flo Rida encouraged everyone to look past their circumstances. He attributes his success to his support system, his perseverance, and his faith.
All of us have our ups and our downs, but it's about having vision, not looking to the right or to the left, and just focusing on the goal.
Some students left with more than a picture with the icon, but the knowledge that they are not alone and a motivation to succeed.
I really think that through faith, you can do anything and accomplish all your goals in your life. What he said was really inspirational overall.
And a lot of students were asking, what has Flo Rida been up to lately? We haven't seen him in a while. Well, he was just actually in a lawsuit with Celsius, and the court ordered the energy drink giant to pay him $82 million. He does have 7 sisters to take care of, but that's a lot of money. So we do think he's doing pretty great. But this event was all thanks to the College of Arts and Sciences. They have another one coming up this Thursday, and if you want more information on that, just visit Engage. In Coral Gables, Sophia Vitello, UMTV.
Thanks, Sophia. In their final game of the regular season, Miami men's basketball took on the Pittsburgh Panthers in front of a sold-out crowd at the Watsco Center on Saturday night. The Hurricanes lost by 3 points to Pittsburgh at the Pearson Event Center in January, but on Saturday, things were different. Miami beat the Panthers by 3 to clinch their first ACC regular season championship since 2013. The Canes will play in the conference tournament in Greensboro, North Carolina tomorrow. The team's final win of the regular season also marked the 215th win at Miami for coach Jim Larrañaga. Last season, Miami went to the Elite 8 round of the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history and will look to repeat that again this year.
The Job and Internship Fair at the University of Miami is a great opportunity for students to network and discover career options. The fair took place on March 1st on campus. A student had the opportunity to network with more than 100 companies from across the nation. The expo features several industries, including healthcare, business, and government. During the event, students spoke with employers about career paths and work opportunities.
I think it's just a great opportunity for anyone looking to not only explore their career, but also solidify their career in general.
Students enjoy the experience at the Watsco Center. If you miss this opportunity, the job fair comes back to campus every semester.
A business development project funded by the Miami Downtown Development Authority has still yet to be completed after 2 years, and that has only raised more uncertainty for some local businesses. Reporter Wyatt Copeland joins us live to share more about how this project has made progress and an impact on the downtown businesses. Wyatt, what can you tell us?
Embrick, multiple businesses in one area of downtown Miami have suffered from a construction project, but what also brings about a certain doubt from business owners in this area is when the work will actually finish up. On downtown Miami's Flagler Street, businesses expect to thrive from a 5-stage beautification project funded by the city's Downtown Development Authority. But business owner Charles Zane says his store has felt the impacts of ongoing construction.
Yeah, it's very nice, beautiful, but unfortunately, it's not bringing no customers, no traffic of people in. I believe only after they open the street for the cars, then that might bring a little bit more people.
Since May of 2021, the Downtown Development Authority has invested $27 million into redesigning the Flagler Street corridor from Biscayne Boulevard to West First Avenue. And the project has required time to install new lighting and seating areas, bringing in uncertainty for how soon the area can actually develop.
I mean, this is not like a brand new street that you are digging and burying. No, you are digging and finding what it is down there and trying to bury it without doing anything to whatever is damaging any of the areas that all the water pipes and everything that is buried on the ground. One day it's raining, one day it's not raining, but they don't have the material. It was very, very, very hard to hear them every day saying that it's going to be soon, and we are 2 years later, no cars, no nothing going around here yet.
Waiting for the project's finished results has kept Flagler Street businesses looking for ways to stay open, and the Downtown Development Authority found a way to make that happen, donating $100,000 in grants in December for those businesses affected.
If you don't benefit the residents, you cannot benefit the business, and vice versa. They complement each other. And that's the only way that downtown Miami could survive.
The restoration project is expected to continue through 2024, while city officials say they expect new businesses to open in vacant retail spaces at that point. Now, I was able to speak with some of the other business owners who share a similar level of frustration over customer retention, but also rising rents in the area. And for now, the Downtown Development Authority of Miami calls for patience amongst those owners as they can only issue so many checks at once during the project. Reporting live for UMTV, I'm Wyatt Kopelman.
Thank you, Wyatt. We're going to take a short break now, but when we return,
we will tell you about how one famous rapper is giving back to the community. Stay with us.
Okay.
That's wrong.
Teenager. Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys, preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
now who would have thought to mix hip hop and chess? Well, some students got to the surprise of a lifetime when these two collided. Lauren Lennon has the story and she's in the studio with more. Lauren.
Thanks, Giselle. These chess champions were joined by hip-hop star GZA from the popular group Wu-Tang Clan. Not only did GZA's appearance make the chess practice special for the students, but it also left a lasting impression on the star as well.
You can tell by the concentration, the focus, that these middle school and high school students are no strangers to the game of chess.
I keep studying it because it's something I enjoy.
They practice in school, after school, or even online.
But it's not every day that they get to practice with a member of the famous Wu-Tang Clan. GZA asked Mayor Brandon Scott to pick a group of students to play him in chess while he's in town. The mayor invited students from Green Street Academy and Cross Street Elementary School to City Hall on Friday to face GZA in a chess tournament.
Chess is an important thing for children. You know, it teaches critical thinking, strategic planning. It's a great game. No other board game compares to it, and it strengthens them in many ways.
And it's a wonderful experience for them, and it shows that we have music artists, hip-hop artists that are truly beloved and believe in the culture in cities. And it's another example, prime example of Wu-Tang being for the children.
The students and their coaches soaked in every minute of the experience.
Really excited for this opportunity, honestly. I've never done anything like this before.
We see this as an opportunity to prepare for nationals that's coming up in the end of March. So any way they can play against people that they don't know, it's a great opportunity to practice for that.
A practice unlike all the others that these students won't forget.
Hopefully, surprise guest appearances like these continue to motivate these students and encourage them to continue to excel in this sport. Reporting for UMTV, I'm Lauren Lennon.
Thanks, Lauren. And finally, one lucky zoo-born was able to attend their own gender reveal party. Baby rhino Marjan was born 1 month ago in Kansas, but rhinoceros calves can't be gendered until they are a few weeks old, since the growth of their horns determines their sex. Zookeepers put a box in the rhino enclosure for mommy rhino and Monica to open up. And after a little bit of effort, Monica learned that baby Marjan was a boy. The baby boy is expected to leave his nursery to join mom and the other rhinos in the outdoor enclosure soon. Thanks so much for joining us on today's edition of UMTV News. That's all we have for tonight.
We will be off next week for spring break, but we will see you right here in 2 weeks. Have a great night and stay safe.